I just remember hella turnovers. It's the last thing I remember. It's just a lot of turnovers. So I think we're still trying to figure out. I think we have a lot of potential. I think not just the second unit. I think like guys. I mean, Julian hasn't played yet. Spencer hasn't played too much yet. Like there's so many guys that we can plug in with that second unit that can really take off. So I think we can get a lot better. And we're still just getting comfortable with each other and the timing and all that. But no, I think we were pretty good on the defensive end, talking and kind of just holding the lead for as long as we did. But I just see a lot of potential for the future with that group.
Feels like you guys are just consistently relentless attacking the paint. Like shots weren't necessarily falling a bunch tonight, but it still felt like you guys got whatever you wanted. Just in terms of creating good shots and working for good shots every single possession, how much effort does that take, or is it getting easier with this group?
It takes effort. I think just sustaining it for 48 minutes is our challenge, and just keep the ball hopping. You know, we're doing a good job of getting into stuff, mixing up our play calls, and everybody kind of getting a touch. You know, so I think we're still in that early stage of figuring out everything, which is a plus because we're pretty damn good. So.
What are some of the efforts that you put in to get into the rhythm early?
What are some of the what? Efforts? Just defense. Just talking on defense and not trying to turn it over. So for the first half, I think we only had one turnover, maybe two. Like, I mean, that's the type of basketball we need to play. If we can do that for the whole game, then we'll be in great shape. I think execution, not turning it over, and defense intensity, I think those three are the things we try to focus on.
David Alleman just called you a champion and one of the best players of this generation. What's your relationship been like with him? Obviously, your first full season with a different head coach here.
It's amazing. He has a lot of trust, not just myself, but everybody. He gives a lot of freedom to guys. Hears you out, has a lot of play calls. He's an offensive genius. I mean, just everything. He's just a really cool guy, honestly. I'm happy to play for him, and you know, with our offensive coach being now our coach is going to be really helpful. You know, just kind of always talking to us, always giving the pointers that he sees and stuff. He doesn't have to wait for the next film session to tell us what he wants and stuff. So, like I said, we're just going to keep getting better, and we're off to a good start.
A lot of physicality on the other side with Book and Dylan Brooks and even Colin getting out there and mixing it up. Just what do you like about going back and forth with this team?
It's always competitive. No, it's always fun to go against Book, and you know, we see each other so many times. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a fun game, and obviously Dylan's my guy. It's always fun to go against him. Colin Gillespie, always fun to go against him. So we got a lot of ties over there, and just good basketball. It's just fun basketball. You know, win or lose, it's just fun to be out there, especially on the home court.
You talked a lot about being refreshed and kind of reinvigorated from this offseason, just kind of getting back and getting home and playing at the home opener for the first time. Just how can you guys continue to get energy from this crowd and throughout this season, like because it's a long season, as you know?
I think just knowing what the goal is, I think that's what makes it most fun. You know, there's a lot of teams in the NBA that don't have a chance. You know, and to have this kind of opportunity with the group of guys that we have, and to be with this organization for this long is just an amazing opportunity. So it's a lot of fun, and just trying to make the most of it. I think everybody is. We realize that the squad that we have, and we're trying to make the most of it. So everybody's locked in, win or lose. Everybody's trying to improve and build with intent.
With 7 players finishing in double figures, what does that balance mean for you, and does it allow you to play more freely?
It just means that we're sharing the ball, and guys are finding their spots. We're not forcing it. Like I said, one turn in the first half. You know, that means guys are just taking what's being given, and we're sharing it. You know, we have the best playmaker in the world, and I mean, I don't think he shot for a whole half. You know, he was just did 15 assists like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we play. We're super unselfish, and it's fun to see everybody kind of get on the action.
Jamal, your guys' activity level, I think you had 14 steals tonight as a team. How has that been a focus so far going into the year, just trying to get out in transition, trying to get steals, try to generate runs like that?
Yeah, like I said, it's just three things. And execution is really huge, and limiting turnovers. And I said something else, defensive intensity. I think just, trying to see what the reps are allowing. Different reps allow different things, different times, different parts of the season. So I think just early on, everybody's trying to play super aggressive and deal with the consequences. And as the season goes on, it does whatever. But that's a focal point. Just playing hard on defense and trying to force turnovers.
You guys have had a bunch of different guys, Peyton, Bruce, taking the ball up. What type of dynamic does that add to your guys' offense?
Just a variety. I think we can have different looks, misdirections. I don't have to handle the pressure all the time. Guys can get better at bringing the ball up. So I think it's all good. All good. If the more people bring the ball up, not everybody that brings the ball up is going to be pressured by that guy. So, yeah, we're still experimenting, in my opinion. It's still very early, and we're still trying to see what works and what doesn't. So,
Jamal, sorry if you touched on this already, but does the narrative around you being a slow starter, does that bother you at all, or has it bothered you?
I mean, that's why I want to come out and just have a good November, October, whatever it is.
So, no, or?
I said, yeah, that's why I wanted to have a good November or October or whatever it is. No problem, no problem.
Appreciate it.